hello to the three of you. How's it going today so far?
How's it going? It's going great. How are you?
I'm great. Well, first of all, thank you for the series because I found it I was very riveted in all of your lives. So thank you, first of all, for being so open and honest. So Taofeek, let's start with you because I wanted to know when one auditions for one of these types of reality shows, knowing what you're going in with, knowing how open and honest you have to be, how scary is that?
Well, at first it was scary. Like, the first time I heard about anything like related to the show. But then the very second I walked into the room to talk to the producers, like, it's like this massive weight just lifted off my shoulder. Like, Jess and Anna, like they were all like just very like welcoming, and they made me feel safe and made me feel seen, and that's like one of the most important things. Like and if I want to go into anything in general, like I need to feel seen, and I also feel like I'm seeing someone, and so like they create that comfortable space, and even with the camera crew, same thing. Like I felt like I know every single one of them, like I probably know what to order for coffee in the morning. But yeah, that's pretty much like how, I sign up for it.
Yeah, I get it. So Ebon, let's expand on that because when you have this crew following you all the time, 24/7 pretty much, but then you're sitting there and you're also doing interviews and stuff, when does it become comfortable? When do you kind of like turn off your brain and go, there's no camera here. I just feel comfortable. When does that happen?
Ooh, to put it frankly, I think that happens when the cameras leave, because I will say that when we are filming, for the most part, it doesn't really feel like they're there because, when we're filming, they might throw a question or two out, but for the most part, they're really just following us around. They know what we're doing during the day, and we'll communicate a little bit, but it's a docuseries. It's not reality. So it really is, there's no script. They don't even know what's happening next. We don't know what's happening next. It's kind of, if
we're all along for the ride.
Yeah, we're all along for the ride. If something bad happens, then they are, they're excited. But if something good happens, they're even more excited. So, the cameras, when you're living in New York City, it doesn't really turn off, but it's worth dealing with for sure, especially for the outcome.
Okay, no, it's riveting to watch it because you're right. You just don't know what's going to happen, and I love that aspect of it. Fernando, for you, I mean, first of all, congratulations to all three of you on your successes and what you've achieved so far at such young ages. Oh my God, I don't even think at that age I knew what the hell I was going to be doing. But Fernando, for you, you came from Brazil. You're in New York City. It's vibrant. It's a great city. And at the end of the day, I wanted to know how being in that city helped you maybe become a better person and realize from doing this series, what did you learn about yourself, and how did the city kind of help with that?
Oh my God, so much. I feel like coming to New York was my like big awakening. I think even before like, when I was in Brazil, New York was always the dream. And once I got here, the dream became a reality. And it was like really facing all these fears and like facing all these like big questions. And it took a second for me to like actually just digest it and realize like who I was and who I had made myself become growing up, like out of protection, out of like safety, trying to be this person to keep people, to please my parents, to please my family. And so when I came to New York, it was like that time where I was able to just like let it go, explode, do all the things that I was never allowed to do. And so I was like doing drag at 17 to get into clubs and like just like exploring with my gender and my sexuality. And I lost myself a bit, honestly, but that was super important because in that losing myself, I was able to like shed all these things that I was holding on to my whole life and being able to like actually discern like, oh, this actually serves me, I'll keep it, or this never served me, I'm going to put it away. This new thing that I learned actually works better, so I'm going to put that on. So living in New York and being like faced with this like hustle and bustle that we all know actually teaches you about yourself, because you're confronted with all these different kinds of people and you start identifying yourself with some groups or with like a person here, a person there. You're like, oh, I like that they do this, maybe I can do that in my life, And so actually the show, coming back to the show, it actually is a huge lesson for all kinds of people, because you see we're 6 very different individuals that are all joined by this like common goal of like
Right.
chasing our dreams. You know, we're all working really hard in our respective ways. And I think that the most important part about New York has been like the lessons that I've learned. And so
Amazing. Yeah,
being
it's
here,
amazing. And
it's just like a pleasure, really. It's like
yeah.
this huge learning experience.
It's really, really wonderful to watch all of you evolve. And Taofeek, I mean, my God, like your fashions are freaking awesome. Like you just dressed a few celebrities for the Met Gala, like the freaking Met Gala. Like if that's not the epitome of New York City, like
No, it is.
around all of this,
He did
because you're
that.
just starting, my friend. Like if you want to design a dress for me, I'm open to it.
Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
There you go. You've got customers, no problem.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's actually insane. I remember, so I got I didn't know I was doing the Met Gala until like 10 days before the Met. I was actually talking to Brent, one of the producers, and was just joking around because I was showing Brent, like, I think just some of the sketches. I was like, hey, every year they announce the theme for the gala, I always like sketch the theme, even though I have no idea if I will be a part of it or not.
Yeah.
And and Brent was just like, well, you never know, anything could happen. And then fast forward a few days later, I got this email going, it's like from Vogue, and it's like Anna sent me, and I was like, wait,
Anna emailing.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Anna
I was
sent
like-
me.
I was
Yeah,
like, wait,
yeah.
I was
Twin
literally
tour.
like, what's happening? Like, I thought it was a prank. I was like, okay, I double checked the email, like I Googled like the name. I was like, okay. And then they reached out for Denier, who was one of the
Yes.
guests I dressed. And then before the end of the day, I got another call, and it's like, hey, you want to dress Evan? And I called Jess actually right away, one of the producers, and just go, hey, like, can you define what life means? Because I have no idea what this is, But yeah, that's how it all happened, and I'm still like, a little shaky about it, because it's like, what's happened? I have no clue. And yeah, it's insane.
It is. But listen, you guys you're so young. You've got just such incredible futures ahead of you. And I just want to thank you so much for your time today. And also thank you for your being so open and honest, because I'm telling you, like, if you just touch one kid out there that's watching this, one teen, don't you think
That's what I
it's all
always say.
worthwhile for that?
Yeah,
I always say that
that's
it's,
the
if
ultimate
you touch
purpose.
one person that like it changes their life in any way, like that's the goal.
Yeah.
You're the winner. Yeah. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and best of luck to all of you. And maybe when I come to the city, we can all get a drink or something. That would be fun.
Let's hang out.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.